Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the show.
Thanks for having me.
Today we're diving into basketball.
Sounds fun.
Specifically, we're looking at how to shoot like a pro. We're using Adam Filippi's book, Shoot Like the Pros.
Oh, yeah. Great book.
It even has a foreword by Jerry West.
Wow.
So whether you're a player or a coach or just a fan, I think you'll learn something new today.
Definitely. It's interesting this book goes way beyond the basics.
Like what?
It's not just about arm strength or even just aiming for the basket.
Right.
It dives deep into mechanics and the mental game,
I see.
which, are crucial for consistent success.
Okay, so let's start with something Filippi emphasizes right away.
Yeah.
Balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says good shooting mechanics actually start from the ground up.
Interesting. So it's not just about your upper body?
Nope. He compares it to building a house.
Yeah.
You need a solid foundation first.
Makes sense.
A lot of players, even tall and strong ones, forget about knee flexion.
Right, they just focus on their arms.
Exactly.
He even talks about Steve Nash.
Oh, the amazing passer.
You wouldn't think a player known for passing would focus so much on his lower body.
It's true. But that knee bend is what creates a smooth, powerful shot.
So it's all about transferring that energy efficiently.
Exactly.
This makes me think about other sports like golf or baseball.
Uh-huh.
It's the whole body working together, not just one part.
It's about the kinetic chain. Totally agree.
And when it comes to your hands, Filippi talks about the shooting fork.
Using your index and middle fingers to control the ball.
Oh, and create backhand.
Exactly. He actually suggests using the ball's valve stem as a guide for finger placement.
So you get that perfect grip every time.
Exactly.
Now, you always hear about seeing the basket,
Yeah.
but Filippi says the best shooters actually focus on seeing the entire court.
It seems counterintuitive,
It does.
but it's about peripheral vision and awareness. Seeing your teammates, anticipating the defender.
And they having that sense of the game.
Precisely. It plays into the mental game, too, which is just as important as the physical mechanics.
Okay, so let's talk about the mental side. Confidence has got to be huge, especially under pressure.
Oh, absolutely. Filippi actually says that positive self-talk can really improve your shooting.
No way.
Yeah. He recommends using words like swish or money when you release the ball.
So it's like a mental rehearsal.
Exactly. You create a positive mental image and build confidence.
But of course, nobody makes every shot. How does he say you should deal with misses? Because those can really get in your head.
He's got a strategy. Analyze, correct, and forget. You analyze the miss, make corrections, and then move on.
You don't dwell on it.
Exactly. Short memory is key in basketball.
Now, for mental toughness, we got to talk about free throws. They're like the ultimate test.
Absolutely. Even Jerry West in the foreword says players can be almost perfect at free throws
Wow.
if they have the right approach.
So what's Filippi's secret to free throws?
He's all about a consistent routine. He outlines the steps. Toe alignment, number of dribbles, even that valve stem finger placement again.
It's funny how these small details keep coming up. Most people wouldn't even think about them.
They're small, but they make a huge difference in consistency.
I see.
He also emphasizes visualization, seeing that ball go through the net before you even shoot.
Right, so free throws are like a microcosm of the whole shooting process.
You could say that. They need focus, discipline, and understanding your mechanics.
And just like with any shot, he says you should never miss 2 free throws the same way twice in a row.
Right. Each miss is a chance to learn.
Okay, so we've talked about shooting from a standstill. But what about when you're moving? Footwork's kind of crucial in game situations.
Oh, it gets really dynamic then. Rudy Fernandez, known for his footwork, says,
What does he say?
"My footwork is very important to me. You need strong legs and good balance to get a good shot off."
And good footwork creates space, right?
Exactly. You get open, find those gaps in the defense. Think about Larry Bird.
He wasn't the most athletic player.
But his footwork was legendary. He could get open against anyone.
So what does Filippi say are the key parts of a good catch?
Using peripheral vision to track the ball, squaring your body to the basket, balance, and having your hands ready.
No wasted motion.
Right. And he talks about 2 specific techniques, the 1-2 stop and the jump stop.
Essential for any offensive player.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's break those down. What are the pros and cons?
Well, the 1-2 stop, especially with an inside pivot, is usually the fastest way to catch and shoot.
Because your feet stay closer to the ground.
Exactly. You plant one foot, use the other for balance, and you're ready to fire. Great in the scoring area.
Got it. So when do you use a jump stop?
When you're driving towards the basket at high speed, You land on both feet at the same time, giving you a moment to gather yourself.
But there's a trade-off.
Yeah, more airtime means the defender has more time to recover.
So, like a lot of things in basketball, it's about choosing the right technique for the situation.
Absolutely. Mastering both makes you much more versatile.
Now, let's talk about a shot that's become almost an art form. The pull-up jump shot.
Ah, yes. Like Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan.
Unstoppable with that mid-range
A
pull-up.
thing of beauty.
So what's the key to mastering this move?
Filippi breaks down the step-back variations.
Both to the strong side and the weak side.
Exactly. Each has its own challenges with balance and timing.
I bet that step back to the weak side is tough.
Oh, it needs a lot of core strength and body control. You're moving away from the basket as you shoot.
Right. Speaking of core strength, Filippi mentions it a lot. It seems key to his approach.
It is. Think of your core as the bridge between your lower and upper body.
The power transfer point.
Yes, a weak core means an inconsistent shot.
And this is especially true for long-range shots.
Exactly. You need that strong core for power and stability.
Okay, so we've literally gone from the ground up, feet, legs, core, and now hands.
And we even touched on the mental game.
But we're just getting started.
There's more.
Well, yeah. In part 2, we'll look at Filippi's recommended drills and exercises for improving your shot.
That sounds great.
We'll also talk about training those overlooked aspects of shooting, like strength and balance, crucial for consistency and power.
I can't wait.
So stick with us. We've got much more to uncover in Shoot Like the Pros.
I'm ready. We're back. Diving deeper into Shoot Like the Pros. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty now. How to actually get better.
I'm ready to get to work. What kind of drills and exercises does Filippi have for us?
Well, before the drills, he talks about the physical side a lot. One key area is core strength.
We touched on that, but I'm curious about the specific exercises.
Oh, he's got a ton. Lots of bodyweight stuff you can do anywhere. Planks, bridges, different sit-ups and crunches.
So anyone can do them.
Exactly. And it's not just about doing them separately. You got to engage your core, even in a good basketball stance.
Right. Knees bent, hips flexed, that strong base.
Yeah. So that core helps you transfer power from your legs to your arms. Makes your shot smoother.
And more consistent.
Right. Plus, it helps prevent injuries.
True. All that jumping and landing can't be good for your back.
Exactly. A strong core protects your spine, keeps you healthy in the long run. Now, another thing Filippi emphasizes is balance.
Oh yeah, balance. You need that for everything, not just basketball.
Seriously, every move you make on the court needs balance. Dribbling, passing, shooting.
And good balance means you don't drift when you shoot. You stay aligned, even under pressure.
Exactly. He even has specific balance exercises in the book, like the tree pose.
Standing on one leg. That sounds more like yoga.
It is, but it's great for balance and body awareness. He also has drills like multi-planar balance reaches.
Reaching out with your leg while balancing on the other foot.
It's like training your body to be ready for anything.
Any sudden movement or shift. Makes sense.
It translates directly to the court.
Okay, I'm ready for those shooting drills now. Give me the goods.
All right. He starts with the fundamentals. Drills for good form and mechanics, like the one-hand form shooting drill.
One hand? Why?
To isolate your shooting hand. You shoot the ball straight up, focusing on wrist snap and follow through.
So you break down the shot to the basics.
Exactly. You refine the small movements, build that muscle memory, then you add your balance hand, then move to actual shots at the basket.
Now, what about those game situation drills? The ones that really put you to the test?
Oh, he's got tons. One is the V-cut with wing reception drill.
Okay, I like the sound of that. Tell me more.
So you sprint to the basket, then cut sharply towards the wing in a V shape.
Okay.
Your partner passes you the ball, you catch, square up, and shoot.
All while moving at game speed.
Exactly. And he adds variations, like dribbling before shooting or having a defender.
That make it even harder. Nice.
Right.
Now, what about shooting under pressure? When a defender's right there,
He loves the pump fake.
the good old head fake. Classic.
For a reason. It throws the defender off, gives you time to shoot. He also talks about using your body to shield the ball.
So it's not just about shooting well. It's about being smart. Using your body to your advantage.
Exactly. He even gets into shooting off the dribble with drills like the ball quick drill.
Ball quick? What's that one?
It's about a fast release. Catch the ball and immediately shoot. One fluid motion.
No hesitation.
Nope. The faster the better. Less time for the defender to react.
What about players who are already good shooters and want to shoot from further out?
He has drills that gradually increase your range, but you gotta keep good form. Like the progressive set shooting drill.
How does that work?
You start at the free throw line. Once you're making shots consistently, take a step back. Keep going back, but always focus on good mechanics.
Don't sacrifice form for distance.
Right. Even small tweaks can help your range. Lowering your shooting pocket, stepping into your shot.
Finding what works for you.
Exactly. I love that about his approach. He gives you a framework, but lets you experiment and find your own way.
So lots of drills and exercises. He really believes in a holistic approach. It's not just one thing, it's everything coming together.
Absolutely. And in the final part, we'll talk about coaching, how to teach shooting effectively and help players reach their potential. Welcome back for the final part of our deep dive into Shoot Like the Pros.
We've talked about a lot,
We have.
from the basics to drills and exercises.
Now it's time for the coaches out there.
Yeah.
What does Filippi have to say about teaching all this?
I'm really curious about that. There are so many different ways to coach shooting.
Right.
So where does he even begin?
Well, he starts by asking who should be teaching shooting in the first place.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, do you have to be a former pro to be a good shooting coach?
Yeah, good question.
He actually says no.
Really?
You don't need a super impressive background to be effective. What matters most, he says, is a good understanding of the fundamentals
Okay.
and a passion for helping players improve.
So it's more about knowledge and dedication than anything else.
Exactly. Of course, being able to show the right technique helps,
Right.
but it's not about the coach showing off or trying to outshoot their players.
The focus should be on the players.
Totally. He also focuses on the coach's attitude,
What do you mean?
being energetic and motivating, building a good relationship with the players, creating a positive, supportive environment.
So like a mentor almost.
Yeah, kind of. He even says coaches should be in shape themselves.
Uh-huh. No couch potatoes allowed.
He thinks active coaches can connect better with their players and make training more dynamic.
Makes sense. So let's talk about the teaching itself. How does Filippi approach shooting mechanics?
He believes in personalized coaching.
No cookie cutter approach.
Nope. Each player is different body types, strengths, weaknesses.
Right.
A good coach sees those differences and adjusts their teaching.
It's almost like detective work.
Yeah,
You observe, find the strengths and weaknesses, then make a plan.
exactly. And Filippi gives a good framework for that. It's a 4-step process. Scout the shooter, develop a personalized program, talk to the shooter, and educate the shooter.
Okay, break that down for me. What does he mean by scout the shooter?
Watch them play in games, practices, drills. See how they move, their footwork, hand placement, release, everything.
So you gather information before giving any feedback.
Right. Then you use that to develop their personalized program.
What does that look like?
Could be anything. Adjusting footwork, hand position, release point,
Oh, good now.
whatever helps their mechanics. The goal is to make their shot more consistent and efficient.
Make it the best it can be.
Exactly. Then there's talking to the shooter. That's about communication, building that coach-player bond.
Right, because it's a two-way street.
Exactly. You got to listen to the player, too, make sure they feel heard. And finally, educating the shooter.
Right, so more than just the basics.
Yeah. Give them a deeper understanding of the game, talk about the history of drills, share stories about great shooters.
Get them excited about the game.
Exactly. He also says it's okay for players to have their own style.
We talked about that before. Why is it so important?
Because forcing everyone into the same mold can actually be bad. You gotta embrace their individuality. Let them find a style that feels natural, like Bob McAdoo.
He had a really unusual technique.
But it worked for him.
It did.
Results are what matter, and that's Filippi's main point. Help players become the best shooters they can be, no matter their style or background.
Help them find their own way.
Yes. And he leaves coaches with this important reminder. The goal isn't just making shots, it's understanding why you miss.
So you can improve.
Exactly. You got to analyze your own game, see what you can do better.
On and off the court.
That's it.
Well, this has been awesome.
It has.
A real deep dive into basketball shooting. We went from the fundamentals to advanced stuff and even coaching insights.
It's so much more than just putting the ball in the hoop. It's physical skill, mental focus, and always striving to improve.
Huge thanks to Adam Filippi for writing Shoot Like the Pros.
Great book.
And to all of you listening, thanks for joining us on this journey. Keep practicing, experimenting, and keep that love for the game alive.
Until next time, folks.